I'm listening to nearly 100 albums from the year 1955, and I just finished listening to the Modern Jazz Quartet with Concorde, released on Prestige. The Modern Jazz Quartet, really one of the more well known jazz ensembles, really of all time when you think about it. Their influence on the progression of cool jazz music certainly can't be overstated, I don't think. This is actually their last release on Prestige before they moved over to Atlantic, their first release with drummer Connie Kay, and this four-person lineup of the group here will become the classic modern jazz quartet lineup for the next almost 20 years. And the key word when you talk about the MJQ, as it were, is vibes, both in a literal sense, in the sense that there is a very prominent vibraphone part, that being, of course, Milt Jackson, but also in the just very musical sense. This music is vibes based. It's very smooth, it's very elegant, and it has a sort of just natural sheen to it because the most prominent instruments are vibraphone and piano. There's generally just a very relaxed atmosphere to everything here. And for some people, that might not be your bag necessarily, or it might be from a comfort standpoint, but not necessarily the most exciting music out there. And I don't think this ensemble ultimately makes the most exciting music ever. But this release is a very solid one. Do love how Milt Jackson's vibraphone and John Lewis's piano sort of bounce back and forth between each other. I think some of the keyboard textures too that Lewis is playing around with are really, really interesting. So I don't know, that there's a good vibe, again, to use that word. There's a good synthesis between the players here that makes this record still a relatively compelling listen, even if it's not necessarily top shelf jazz material from this era for me personally. Really strong release, actually one of my favorite Prestige releases from this year for sure, and worth your time if you like this sort of thing. Modern Jazz Quartet, Concorde, really good stuff.